back, everybody. We are back for 2024. Woo! Welcome back to Brown Sugar Confessions. It is us, the magnificent quartet minus one. Our fearless leader is still outside somewhere smacking people on the booties. Hopefully, she'll be back with us next week. So until then, it is I, Miss T, Miss Tracy, and Miss KD. We are your wonderful mistresses here to talk to you about all the things of the hot topics, the sex and relationships, and all and everything that falls in between. So we have been gone for a little while. I hope you guys aren't too mad about us because we got a lot of good things coming in the new year. This is 2024. It's an 8 year. It's going to be magical. We are so excited. But before we get into anything else, let's go ahead and do a quick catch up. Miss Treese, what is going on?
Look, I've been doing a little bit of everything over here
Everything?
and just everything. I'm gonna be
Everything?
completely
Well,
honest. Everything.
mhm.
So everything meaning your girl may not be for the streets no more.
Ooh.
Boo.
Oh,
Ooh.
oh.
um, two. I am booked in Black Girl Busy. Uh, three. I said, I think we all said this. I just think it's funny. We just gonna segue right into this. It's 2024 for real. Last year, around this time, it was the three of us, and we all talked about how 2023 was a foundation year to make sure like you were like really doing your healing work and like taking care of yourself and your heart and being true and honest to who you were. And 2024, we standing on business.
Hey.
Like
Hey.
if you did some messed up stuff to us, you better apologize.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Look, the way it's moving, you better apologize, and your apology better be as loud as your disrespect because the way that hand is coming to get you, we not sparing nobody.
Oh.
Hey.
Ooh.
Hey.
Cute. Wait, hold on, Dimple.
Hey.
So last year, like we said, it was really about that, and I'm really looking forward to being my most authentic self. Y'all are about to see some stuff, and I'm excited for it, and I hope y'all are too.
I'm excited. I'm excited for whatever's coming our way. I know if you guys are involved, it's going to be great. KD, what is going on?
So it is really it has been, should I say, it has been a whirlwind into the year 2024 on a personal level and just watching everything that's going on in the world. And I think what Tree said earlier in regards to um basically think getting your things together, getting your ducks in a row, tying up loose ends, and truly doing that work, that inner work, that healing work. If you didn't do that, I think 2024 could break you. So, I mean, I feel it. I just feel like this is main character energy that we are walking into. And I mean, all you got to do is just look at the headlines. The headlines tell you everything. People are being exposed left and right. The world is falling apart at the seams around us. And I honestly think that if you are not mentally prepared for what's ahead, whatever it may be, because it might be so wild, like there's a lot of stuff going on that I think wasn't on people's bingo cards, but there's things that like they didn't even if you could pull all the bingo cards out of the sky, I just don't think it would end up on any of them. And I think that's the direction and the energy that we are wading into. I know personally there has been a lot of change between myself, my family, friends and stuff around me. There's people that's going through things. So we are going to send all of that positive energy out to everyone, and I'm going to ask for those vibes myself. And let's pray for some of these people that are getting exposed here in the year 2024, because I don't know if you guys know, but like things have been hitting the fan, and I plan to get into some of that in a little bit. But Miss T, you tell us about what's going on your side of the world down in the ATL.
I mean, I'm just trying not to freeze. I know y'all live like above the Mason Dixon, but it's cold down here and I don't like it. I don't
What's your
like it.
definition of cold?
My definition of cold is anything under 55. Yes, I said it. I don't like it. That's why I'm down here. So I'm down here. I was supposed to escape the cold, but the cold keeps finding me. I don't like it one bit. Anyways, outside of that, I'm doing really good. I am excited for some of the things that I'm trying to learn and grow, especially when it comes to my business for the yoga and the sound healing. So big things are coming and I'm very excited. Um I'm trying to figure out these exposures y'all keep listening or soliciting to. Like, what exposures are we talking about? Did I miss something? I probably did.
Well, I mean, just over this weekend, there's been a few, but let's start off with the fact that we all have heard of the Epstein case. And, the list just came out today of some of the people that were in, and it's quite a few, it's like 1,800 people, 1,300 people, I forget the exact number, that were in the Black Book of Epstein. And some of these people are our world leaders. Like, I mean, we knew this. I feel like we knew this. I feel like people have been telling us this. I feel like celebrities have been like, yo, y'all just don't know. But I mean, we have people like Bill Clinton that one of the defendants was like, yeah, he likes some young. I've seen Naomi Campbell's photo up on there. I was like, excuse me? Like, I mean, granted, there's so many people you just don't know what the situation is. It could have just been someone who's visited his island, but they called it the Lolita Express, like people who traveled and
Oh,
went back and forth with him.
the Lolita
A lot of these people knew what was going on, and some of them may have partaken, some of them may have not. But what I think is very clear, a lot of our politicians, a lot of people in Hollywood, not only were they aware, but some of them were partaking. And I think this is the beginning of a lot of these people getting exposed left and right. So,
hold on. The Lolita Express?
oh yeah, that's what they called it. That was the nickname of it, the Lolita Express. Yeah, you heard that right.
Okay, so just a quick aside for those of you guys who don't understand or what the I guess the weight of the word Lolita means. There was a book that came out way back in the day that was called Lolita, and it was about a guy who was in love with an underage girl. So a lot of times they use the term Lolita to or Lolita complex to describe a person who likes underage children, in this case girls. I forget what it's called when it's boys. So yeah, that's rough.
Yes. And one of the things that kind of sat with me as I was reading this today is right now there's only one person that I'm aware of that's really sitting in prison about this, and that's Ghislaine, I think her name is pronounced Maxwell. And um I know that she was a huge part of it, but she's the only person like we know with 100% certainty was involved, and she is sitting in prison because of it now. But what do you guys think about that? Because as we know for a fact, it's not like this was just something between two people. Like there were tons of people. They called this a ring. It was a ring. And there is not a solitary man that I'm aware of. Do you guys know of any that is sitting in prison around this? And not only that, they haven't come out and really exposed anyone that they have been very clear was a part of this. Epstein is gone. So no one's really paying for this besides a woman. I find that kind of strange. What do you guys think?
Therese, you want to go first?
No. So the Virgo in me says that it's not strange that it's only a woman. I do believe that she is, in fact, or has been paid very well for her silence.
Mm,
Uh, Two, we've been on this. Well, I'm not gonna say we've been. I'm gonna speak for me. I remember back in the day, and it was the. Do y'all remember when Nirvana was real big,
Yeah, in the 90s.
right? Yeah.
Mhm.
And then you remember Kurt Cobain's wife, Courtney Love,
Yeah.
came out and then she was with her band. I think it was 98 or 99. She on um on either an interview on the television or it was radio, I can't remember. Um, she told everybody, don't trust Epstein.
She did. I
She told
remember that.
everybody.
I remember
And
that.
she got so much, like her albums were not getting put out after that.
Yeah, that's why she got
Af-
blackballed in Hollywood. Yep.
Mm.
Mhm.
So she was like, do not go anywhere near him. Do not get on a plane. Like she said it. She said it. And it wasn't just her. There were so many people that were talking about, let's be completely honest. If we're going to talk about Epstein, we got to talk about Diddy
Mhm.
and we got to talk about Cassie. We got to talk about all them people who knew what was going on at Bad Boy Records back in the day and didn't do nothing. This is it's the same beast.
So
It's
we
the
talking about that
same
now, or are we gonna
beast.
save that for another week?
I think it all plays. I think if you're gonna talk about one, let's talk about it all. Like let's be completely
Let's
honest
go.
about it. And we've been gone for a minute. And all I'm gonna say is I think we knew something was up the first time we heard about Usher and Diddy sleeping in the same bed. People
Mm.
spoke about it. People spoke about it, but they didn't
Mhm.
speak about it because
Right.
everybody was like, "Wait, what?
It was
Wait,
Mhm.
it
hold
was
on.
a
Let me do the
blip.
math."
It was a blip.
What?
That whole
It
thing
was a
because
blip.
it happened with Bieber too. It was a blip,
I forgot about that. Wow. Yeah, you're right.
allegedly.
It happened with it happened with Diddy. It happened with Usher. It happened with Bieber. It happened with Birdman and Lil Wayne.
Mhm. And there were pictures for that
Let's
one,
talk.
allegedly.
Wait a minute.
Let's
What?
talk
I
about
missed
it.
this.
Oh
There
yeah,
were
Oh, y'all
pictures?
didn't. You
there
didn't
were
see that
pictures.
kissing. You didn't see that kissing, girl.
Oh, I remember that. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, okay.
So this is what I'm gonna say. This is nothing new. This i- and it hasn't been hidden well at all because remember when Diddy was coming out with them, what y'all call it, the flip, and he had his hair silk pressed and it was flipped, and he's like, "I'm going out like this, daddy."
No, I didn't. I don't remember
Y'all,
that.
Mm.
maybe it's just my Virgo self, but when I research stuff, I go down a rabbit hole, right?
Yeah.
There were so many signs. Cassie talked about when Diddy did what he did to her. All them people sat around and knew that
Mhm.
and did not, there's been one woman, Cassie's friend, that came out and told everything that happened to her one night with Diddy and Cassie. No one else had the guts. And that's how they all play hard, but they're weak. They're weak because they let that happen. And they
Mhm.
did nothing because you know what? The money was better for them.
Mhm.
The
The
money
money and the
was
power
better.
was there, and all they knew is that so
And
long as they were quiet, you can get a little taste of that. That's
and
usually
what
how
I'm
it
gonna say
happens.
is exactly, it's just a little taste of that money, which is why I ultimately don't believe money is the root of all evil. It's not. It's the people who control the money and what they make the poor people do,
In
right?
order to get their
Hey,
needs
Mhm.
you want some money? Do this stuff, right? They have no problem abusing the system. In fact, I believe most people that want to get rich want to abuse the system and they want to abuse people. They don't want to see people do better. They don't want to. When rich people donate, it's a write off so they can get their money back.
Mhm.
It's not because they want to help anybody, but we know what this is, right? Like, this ain't new. I just think it's bananas that I'm going to be honest. If all these people knew about it, and there are people still fighting not for their names to come off that list. Did y'all know that?
Mhm. Mhm.
Oh yeah, because once their name is exposed, and this is one of the things. Like if you're like following the conscious community, the quote unquote conscious community, they've been saying for a while. 7 and 8 years are the years that things get built up and things get torn down. Like empires fall and millionaires are made between this time.
Hmm.
Right? So here's what I'm gonna say. Am I praying for the people getting exposed? No, I'm gonna say like what's his name? Kevin? I can't remember his last name, but he's the rapper. He said, "Of course, I'll be like, oh, there's no ill will, but in my heart, in my true subconscious, I'm wishing you death."
You talking about
Dang.
Bill Gates?
And for
Dang.
and for me, and for me, if you abuse someone, and that's one of my things that came out. I got to go to court for somebody that abused me. I had nothing nice to say. So if you abuse somebody and you hurt somebody, yeah, I'm praying on your downfall. I'm praying on it publicly and I'm praying on it very loud so that the victim can get some justice. I'm
Hmm.
praying on that. I don't wish you nothing. I can't even wish you, I'm not even going to say I wish you well. I'm going to say I wish you a hard, hard journey full of glass and nails on the street. But that's what they get. And I'm really want to see, I want to know what Oprah had to say about her time with Epstein. I want to know what everybody had to say about their time with him. Was they just, what's that saying? Separate the man from the art. Do you know what I'm
Yeah, the art
saying?
from the
Mm.
man from his creation. Yeah, because that's very much going to be the situation because it happened with Bill Cosby, it happened with R. Kelly, it's happening now, it's going to happen with Diddy, it's going to happen with all these people that are associated. How do you and even if can you separate the person from their creation?
All I'm gonna
It's
say is I have not went to go see The Color Purple yet. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
wait, what
Me
happened to
either.
that?
Go.
I'm just not. The thing is right now, I'll be very blunt and say I don't believe there's a such thing as a good billionaire. But just with who's all involved with the project, that's one reason why I'm not going, and the second reason why I'm not spending my money on it is I've seen it. I've seen the original one. I read the book many years ago, and I personally am just not trying to relive that type of trauma. I'm
That's
not trying to
all I
walk into
can think of.
24 with that kind of trauma weighing on my shoulders. That's not my reality, and I understand that that was the reality, and I've seen it, I've read it, I've watched movies about it. I don't need another one. So it's a pass for me.
I heard it
Pass.
was based on the Broadway show,
Yeah.
and it wasn't as deep into the trauma, but I'm like, nah, I'm good with, us revisiting trauma over and over. If I want to watch a trauma based show, I'm gonna just go back and watch the one that came out in '85. You know what I mean? So it's like I
Yeah.
Yeah.
didn't really have an interest in doing it. I probably should try to support it because it's a quote unquote black made film, but I'm kind of
You don't
over
Mhm.
got to
it.
support everything. You don't got to support everything.
Okay, that's fair.
And what I want to know is what the beef is between Taraji and Oprah. I
Wait.
want to know what the beef is there.
Oh, I heard a little bit about that. Apparently, well, I don't know how real it is though. Like the part I heard is that because I guess Taraji has been doing all these roles and she's not getting the pay that would be equal to other people that are in the same films are getting, and because she started in a role that was produced by Oprah, I think people and her were assuming that she would be getting paid more and she didn't. I think that's what it is. I may not be saying it correctly, so y'all might have to correct me if I'm not.
I have no idea, but I just saw a video clip of them trying to take pictures and it was awkward.
To say
It
the
was
least.
very suspicious. You could see just like what I'm gonna say is you could see Taraji trying to hold together her frame of mind. And
Mm.
I hated to see her like that. I really did not like that. It hurt me. It hurt my heart. As hard as I am a bleeding heart for some people. and
You
it
are
really
you
hurt
are a
me
big
to see
softy girl. You
how
got to go through a lot of barbed wire to get to that soft heart.
I want to know what the I want to know what the real beef is and why, what's going on, what's going on. But
Mhm.
that's my little Virgo piece about all of that.
That's fair. That's fair. I am just like, ooh, there's a lot that's been going on. Like we had that, we had the whole Keith Lee situation. Uh, did y'all hear about
Salmon
that?
chopped cheese. Yeah, salmon chopped cheese. I'm still mad about that.
Are we talking about what happened in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, that was a
And
hot
and New
mess.
You know they say
and New York,
he listed Atlanta last on his US tour tour.
as he should have.
And
As he
honestly,
should have.
I'm not upset with that because in town Atlanta sometimes, especially midtown downtown, the service is trash and the food is highly overpriced and it sucks because there are a lot of good places. I'm like, y'all could have sent him up Buford Highway, y'all could have sent him to these areas, but y'all sent him to the most touristy, like overpriced, like you gotta wait at least 3 hours in line to even get seated type of places. Like y'all just pick like the worst of the worst. There's so much
Hours.
better here. Yeah, it was
Sound like
wild.
Soldier Boy.
Yeah, it was wild.
3 hours.
But yeah,
Listen, all I know is if I had to sit that long for food, I am a Taurus. I love food, but I'm
no,
not waiting 3 hours for it.
no,
That's out of this world. Like,
I'll fight you.
yeah, literally. And sometimes it's like it's not even worth it with the people and the service. And it's like I've had people be like, "Oh, you need to go here," and I'm looking like, "What's the wait time?" And they're like, "Oh, it's gotta be this," and like even if you make a reservation, you may not get your reservation on time. No, I do not have the temperament or the patience for it.
yeah, me
I
neither.
don't. Send
If
me
I
to
make
the
a reservation,
locals.
you better sit me down.
Send me to the local hole in the wall. I will be okay. And they probably have better food anyway.
Mhm.
Right? That will at least taste the same every time you go.
Listen,
That.
just know when we finally make our trip, Treese, to the Hotlanta, we need to make sure that she takes us to the places that don't have 2 and 3 hour waits. I mean, heck, I'm not really down for 1 hour wait. The one time I'll never forget, I went down there maybe 2 years ago, and I think I saw you the last time I was down there. I don't
Mhm.
know what the restaurant was. It was kind of like it was during the middle of COVID, kind of. So things were relatively shut down. There weren't a lot of options
Oh, yeah.
anyway. So I kind of just like brushed it off as it's COVID. You got to give people grace. But we went to this one restaurant. I was there with my husband, and we were there visit with family. And we went to this restaurant that kind of had like a nightclub kind of vibe, but it was a diner with a nightclub vibe. It was really weird. I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, you want to know what's weird? There's one that's near me. I haven't been in it yet, but one of my coworkers has. It's a place. It's a barbershop and a lounge.
A
You
barbershop
gonna
and
get
a
your hair
lounge?
done?
Yes, it's a
What?
barbershop
I'm not
and
going
a
there.
lounge, and they're connected. And I'm like, I try to get him to explain it. I'm like, bro, make it make sense. And he's like, I don't know, but it's a vibe. You gotta go. And I'm just like, it's a barbershop. So like they got hookahs
Yeah.
next to the chairs. Like, give me a visual. And he didn't give me a visual, but he said he had a great time. So whenever you guys are down here, we can have a little adventure.
Yeah,
We
let's
can
have an
have an
adventure. I'm coming
adventure.
down.
Yeah. But I definitely waited about 2 hours for food, and I
Yeah.
almost walked out. I almost walked out. Like, I think we
I
were
got a
about to
pack of
walk out the door when they
granola
finally delivered our food.
Oh,
I didn't understand it at the time. Like I said, I thought it was a COVID thing, but I guess that's like a certain downtown Atlanta kind of a problem. Because
I just want
absolutely
to
not.
break down Atlanta if I can. It
Yeah.
makes no sense. It makes no sense with all of the restaurants that are in this city that there is a wait time of greater than 30 minutes for anything. Up, and it
I don't know.
sounds
I'd have to speak.
like
No, that was actually an emergency alert, which
oh no.
because
Oh no.
well, someone's missing.
I hope they get
Yeah,
found.
me
And if
too.
missing person, if you're listening to
Oh,
Brown Sugar Confessions, please call in and let us know you're okay.
Right? Please do. We have
Call
since we're here, we have a missing Jaleesa Sanchez, 14-year-old Hispanic lady. So if you guys hear this, make sure you keep an eye out for Jaleesa. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Jalissa,
wow.
you are in our thoughts and prayers. We hope you are found safely with all 10 fingers, toes, your eyes, and your nose.
Yeah.
Oh, oh my gosh. That's bananas.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, we are going to sit with that and we will be back after these messages. Don't forget, grab your drinks, refill, go to the potty, and we're going to have a lot more to talk about when we get back after this. Son,
okay. We're gonna talk about this, but I want to hear what Katie has to say. So listen, Stephen Hawking enjoyed watching undressed little people solve complex equations on a chalkboard that was set too high, according to documents. Listen to this. I'm fixing to read this. It said, wait, you're telling me Hawking frequented the island? We were just talking about Epstein, this island for pleasure. They said, yes, Jeffrey loved to have intellectuals visit the island so he could reward them for their hard work, for humanity, and for other dark reasons.
wait, reward?
Did
How?
Jeffrey? I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go
Well,
ahead.
obviously, we know how they rewarded him. He had dressed up little people.
Okay, so
He
I
said,
need explanation. What do they mean by little people?
like
Like
little
of a certain
folks.
height and down, or certain age and
Yeah,
down.
yeah. On the interview part, they said, I don't know, a word you're not supposed to use no more, right?
Okay,
So,
got it.
little
Okay,
people.
so height and
I
down.
don't
Got it.
even know if little people right no more. I don't even know if that's right. If it's not, I'm sorry. Tell me what to say. Peace out. Love you. Mean that.
Yeah.
Uh, but they were like, did Jeffrey ever talk about Stephen Hawking's proclivities? Yes, he liked watching little people undress and solve complex complex equations on a chalkboard that was set too high. Yo,
Wait. Okay, because I'm already starting to paint a picture here. So they wanted it on a board because this is something very specific. So let's paint this out.
First of all, is this
He
a kink
wanted
or a
them to
fetish?
solve complex equations because that means it's going to take time
Yeah.
on a chalkboard that was too high.
Which
Why
means
was it supposed to be too high?
if they're in skirts, they can hop, and it shows things.
no, they were undressed.
But it's still showing things.
He said he loved watching undressed. So
So
that
that means
means
they were
Undressed.
full.
hopping to get on the board. So things were jiggling.
Either way, that's just weird. I mean, weird isn't even just a word. It's cruel. It's a lot of things.
So yeah,
But what?
you
But it's Stephen Hawking. Like, how, what? How can we start off with how? I mean, there's a lot of why, but there's a lot of how. Like, he couldn't move.
you know my thing. I'm just
What?
like, is this a kink or a fetish?
Either way, let's bring back kink shaming because I'm sick of this.
We're done with everything. We're back to shaming people now.
We're back to kink shaming. Shame.
S- Sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Why are people so weird? I don't understand.
And I think KD just mentioned like if he's going to this island, right?
Mm-hmm.
It ain't like he's single.
Correct.
Facts.
So he just blowing in his little mouth straw to will himself to go cheat. I'm telling you,
Could you
I'm
imagine?
telling
Could you imagine? Could you imagine?
I would kick that wheelchair over so fast, and I will pull the little straw out so you can't wheel nowhere. You hear me? Nowhere. And I'm
Oh
messing up the
God.
little keys on your keyboard so you can't even right. Oh,
Trigger warning:
that's
we are
the
not
end of that.
trying to do harm to the differently abled community. It's just this one person in particular.
Yeah, it's just this one person. I'm gonna be like, who was the woman that wheeled Charles into the hot tub?
Oh, that was misery.
Christina.
Misery, ain't it?
Christina.
Oh,
I
stupid.
don't know who it was, but she pushed him in that hot tub and he was like, up, up.
Mm, mm.
You looking at her. Hey, hi.
All right, so in case you guys didn't know, we are Brown Sugar Confessions. We are back
And
with a vengeance.
we are. Ew, we in this. We
We
in
in
this
this.
for
It is
real.
2024. So make sure, because I think I'm pretty sure it's safe to say that we are going to be acting a fool each and every day we are on the
Get your
air
bingo
from
cards
this
ready
point
because
on. We have
2024
a lot.
is about to be wild, and so is 25 and 26. Get your bingo cards ready.
Get it ready. And we have a lot of shenanigans to catch up on. So make sure you hit us up on all of our handles. You can follow us on every social media platform. We are on Facebook. We are on Instagram. We are on, we should be on Twitter, but we're not exactly on Twitter. We
We
have
don't
an
know what
account.
Twitter is anymore. Twitter is
Yeah, I
run
mean,
by
oh,
It's
that's right.
called
There is no
Twitter.
such thing as Twitter. There is no Twitter.
we don't know
It's
what it
this
is.
now. Give
It's
it
that.
the X.
It's a wingding. That's what it is. A
It
wingding.
is. It's a mess. It's the platform formerly known as Twitter. With that's really not much of a platform.
That's ran
We
by.
have our wonderful Dr. Val, who we got a message from earlier that we will indeed see her next week. So we're really excited to have her back. It's been a
No,
long
you can wait.
time.
I'll wait till she gets back.
But if you are triggered or need to go through some counseling, especially after having us come back with all of the shenanigans, make sure you reach out to Dr. Val at Valerie at Swan Center. That's SWANN Center.com. She will be there for you. We are here to mess you up, and she is here to fix you.
Yes,
Don't say my
yes.
name when you in that therapy either. Don't say my name.
Additionally, if you have any questions for her, you can send emails to her or you can ask the show. And if you want to ask us, you could go to brownsugarconfessions@gmail.com and we can keep it anonymous if you so choose. But if you're
Hey, all
dangerous and if you're nasty, we can we
mm.
can we can go all the way there. So
Wait,
your
I'm
choice,
definitely
your
answering
option.
this question.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get back into it. I think we had possibly another hot topic. I don't know. It's kind of crazy tonight. It's hard to know where we're gonna go next.
Well, we kind of missed
Look, I'm
our
feeling like
main topic. Oh wait,
what
wait.
we
Did you put
miss.
the rings? Put the sunglasses on.
Look, we gonna
Sunglasses are
get
coming
into
out
it.
at night, y'all. Watch out.
They say the freaks come
Look,
out at night
we gonna
too.
hey, hey.
Come out at night. Hey.
So we gonna get into it. We know, all of us know, that the holiday season is like the biggest time of year people get engaged,
Yep.
especially on Christmas, right? Um,
It's the pinnacle of
first,
cuffing season.
yeah, it's like right in the middle. What I'm gonna tell you is nobody I'm ever dating better give me a ring on Christmas talking about that's my present. It's not.
Well.
Say what now?
It ain't a present. That's what you was gonna give me anyway. That ain't a present. Where's my stuff that I put on my list? It better be there.
Wait, but how
But
much
what
is
we
the
really
ring in order for it to qualify as a present?
It never qualifies as a
exact
present.
I'm saying how
it's
much
never a
does it
present.
require to be a present? Like how the cost wise is what I'm asking.
There
I might
is no cost. It's never a present. It's not a present. It is a token of your commitment. And see, the thing is, this is why it could never be a present because if things don't work out, you choose to not move forward with the relationship, technically speaking, you're supposed to give the ring back. A gift is not something you give back. I know not everyone does that, but technically
You ain't
speaking,
doing it.
if you did go to, like, people can take you to court over it, because the idea of the ring is that it is a token in it's supposed to go for the wedding, and if it doesn't happen, then the ring can technically go back to the person who owns it on a whole legality type thing. So with that being the case, it's not a present. It is a token. It
Nope.
is a representation of a commitment. So I would never say, I don't give a darn if the thing is a $50,000 ring, $100,000 ring, $1 million ring. It is not a present.
Is that why people are
Nope.
always tripping about the cost of a ring? Wait,
Well,
I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry, Tracy. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No. Well, let's go back to the talk of the ring, right?
Okay.
So we're talking about price, right? So many people involved, like, I don't get her a real diamond. And to speak on, like, you can go to court and you can go to court and get your ring back and stuff, right? But you can also go to court to keep your ring, because here's what happens. Here's what normally happens with women when they get engaged. This is mostly not true of men. When women get engaged, usually they have already stopped seeing all other prospects, right? They
mhm.
are specifically devoted to you. So that means, like, they are probably doing more cooking, more cleaning, all of that stuff, all of the sexual things that you like, right? And they've amped it up because you've given this ring and this promise to get married. Well, when you give me that ring, you're essentially taking me off the market for other people that may have been a better fit for me, right?
Ah.
That's why I'm keeping that ring. That's why I'm keeping you. That's my payment. You owe me. Pay me. Run me my check. And it's in the form of that ring.
So does the ring
That's
count
just
as the dowry, or is that something different?
different,
Oh,
at
okay.
least for me. I mean, but for some people who don't know nothing, let's be completely honest, the ring is like that. And there is actually a lot of talk going on around ring styles and ring sizes. Like, y'all know those rings that have like the little chips of diamonds in them,
Yeah, those
so
little
they
Diamond
kind of
micro
look
dust.
like,
diamonds. The one
Diamond
that gets,
dust.
is that what it's called? And
yeah,
when you just
diamond.
lose it very easily, you got to go take it to get fixed like all the time.
Yeah, and they usually have like four little stones in the center, and then a
Mhm.
halo of other stones and stuff. So my friend and I, we were talking about those rings, and we call them championship rings.
Sorry, what?
And the and
Mm-mm.
the reason why and the reason why I call them championship rings, because you don't have to play NBA style games to get that ring,
Oh,
right? And
yeah.
it don't really mean that he's gonna stay committed to you, but he's saying, fine, you won.
Dang.
Championship ring. It's, do you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so we're gonna talk about my favorite thing, which is women knowing their worth. It's called shut up rings. Did you get one? Did your homegirl get one? Did your granny get one? Did your mama get one?
Oh.
Let's be honest about it.
Oh,
So,
that's
right?
a deep one. That's a deep
That's
one.
that is,
'Cause
right?
I'm
I
pretty.
was
I
thinking
think
about it.
now that you say it like that, I'm pretty sure there are plenty of women in my family who got a shut up ring.
Is it a legacy? Is it a generational curse that you need to cut? Think about it. Yes.
Ooh.
All right.
Mm.
Yeah. Listen, so diamonds are forever, but your fiance's proposal with this engagement ring style may mean the relationship won't last. I was proposed to with a cluster ring, Francis 34 says. A mother of two, she said her engagement ring, a silver trinket topped with small reticular filled with a sea of 0.01 carat diamond chips. I was so disappointed, is what she said. And she accepted that. Don't accept rings that you don't like. Or if you do, take them to the pawn, get cash, and go buy something else. I don't know. But that's just me.
Mm.
So in this, she is talking about how she had told her fiance the kind of ring style that she wanted. And she gave him the ultimatum of either you ask me to marry you by this date or it's over. But she already gave him 2 kids. She
That's a
already
mistake
cooking
there.
and she already cooking and cleaning. She already given him the ooey gooeys, right? Sloppy toppy at 2 o'clock in the morning when he come home from playing.
So she was
I
already
don't know.
playing wife
Mm-hmm.
to
Already.
someone who wasn't committed to playing husband.
Exactly. Right?
No.
So at first he said, no, I'm not, you can't give me an ultimatum.
Then
I'll
she should
marry
have
you
left.
whenever I'm going to marry you. First of all, take that to the chest because he already told you he's not going to marry you. Right?
Right.
So he goes out, cheats, gets another girl pregnant. She says it's over. Then he buys her that little championship ring. And guess what? It's not the ring she had in her wish list that he knew her. One, she had you know how you could go to jewelers and you can pick out what you want and have your size tagged along with it,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and you can get the paperwork and then lay it somewhere discreet so somebody can find it and be like, right. She did all that. He was with her when she showed him the ring, but what he did was go buy a 0.1 championship ring, too big for her. She's a
Too
size
big. It
five.
didn't even fit.
She's a
So he
size
really
five.
just
He
showed
bought a
her what
size
he felt
nine.
about her.
So he went to Walmart and got the ring that was available on the sales rack. That's what he did. He ain't even go to
And
Macy's. He
didn't
went to
even,
Walmart.
he
No.
didn't get down on his knee. What he did was they were sitting in a restaurant and he was like, we've been through thick and thin together. Let's keep doing it forever. That's what he said to her.
Um,
That's a shut
Uh,
up ring.
I ain't never getting married.
that's definitely the definition of a shut up ring. If I ain't ever heard of one, so
If you folks listen to me, if you have to ask a man when they're going to marry you, they're not going to marry you.
That
They're not. Here's what I'm
if
going to
you
tell
know
you.
who
You're a
wants to be with
placeholder.
you.
If they really wanted to, they would have already done it. A
Hmm.
man knows what he wants, probably in the 3 to 1 year range. He knows what he's going to do. And
Yep.
there's no man is ever going to stop another man from getting to you. Tell me I'm lying.
Hmm.
Tell me I'm lying.
All my guy friends that I know who are married, they knew within a year whether they were marrying that woman or not.
mm-hmm.
And did not hesitate to give her everything she asked for
Fact.
immediately, or at least showed her, I'm working, I'm getting it. Please,
Yep.
I'm doing what I can right now. I love us enough to say, stop settling. I love us enough to say, stop being afraid of being alone.
Being alone is great, but it might be just for
Alone
me
is
'cause I'm always
beautiful.
alone.
No, alone is beautiful because that's who you really find out who you are. And when you
Hmm.
start dating someone, you start thinking, is my peace worth them being in my life?
Mm-hmm.
That.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're alone for a real
So,
long time, anything they can do in your spirit, you automatically know that ain't it.
so along with the shut up rings, there are the shut up engagements. This man anonymously hired his fiance or his girlfriend for to set up an engagement for herself. She didn't know it though because it was anonymous.
Oh no.
Yes. He hires her to go to this beach. This woman worked for 6.5 hours to put this engagement scene together. He shows up 6 minutes and 30 something minutes after she done put it together. She's just like, what are you doing here? He gets down on one knee and then proposes to her. You made her work for her own ring. Are you serious?
Wow.
Ooh, that's terrible.
I'm
I
gonna say it like this. It's terrible. It's terrible. However, in the terms of dark psychology, that was good.
You don't understand that none of those things are normal at all. At all.
Not a little.
Not a
And
lot either.
in some way, shape, or form, that's abuse, and they're telling you how they're going to treat you when it really goes down.
Right.
Yes.
When they tell you what they are, believe them.
I just want, I want better. I have, I have two children. I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what's going on with them.
Their children are going to be amazing because their mom's amazing. First of all,
But I'm looking at all of my friends. Well, I don't want to say all of them. I'm gonna say one in particular who is in a shut up relationship,
mm,
45 and in a shut up relationship.
mm,
Mm.
We deserve better. You deserve better. You deserve all that stuff you sing about, like being catered to. That is real. That's a real thing. It may not be by a dude. It may be by your homegirls, because we be
hey,
popping for you. Do you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yes.
let's be honest about it. But you deserve better than a shut up ring, shut up engagement, shut up wedding. And then guess what? Guess what happens after the shut up wedding? You end up like these chicks on TikTok that are talking about, we have company coming over in 15 minutes and he's cleaning his golf clubs. That's not funny.
Mm-mm.
it's not funny at all.
Why would, I'm telling you right now, my Virgo self, I would take that to the depths of my grave. I would never tell
That's how you know
nobody
people are
that.
doing stuff for clout. Because I'm like, this
The
is
I think
shade.
I
you
think a
make
lot of people really just don't understand that it's not normal, that it's not acceptable, and it's not healthy to be in a relationship with someone who absolutely loathes you, someone that doesn't like you, someone that shows every way possible that they do not like you. And there's so many. I remember uh there was like a TikTok going around where guys were talking about like the moment when they realized they hated their girlfriends and stuff like that. Like it's become
oh, I
so
remember.
normalized for people to say that they don't like their girlfriends or their wives and vice
Mhm.
versa. That it's been normalized as normal behavior, but it's not healthy. It's not
No,
healthy, it's not good, and it doesn't have to be like that. And in the year 2024, you doing that is inviting yourself to sickness, it's inviting yourself to early death, it's inviting yourself to so many problems that don't need to happen.
I'm gonna
So
say
if you see those signs in advance, get out before before you even get into it. It's no point. For what? Why live in misery?
that. I'm gonna say it from
Exactly.
what I was seeing, especially when it comes to the livelihood and the mental and emotional health of women. A lot of times women who are married to men tend to be the most unhappy sexually, mentally, emotionally, unfortunately. And it's a very terrible thing. The other thing too is I think that a lot of times we as women are looking at our predecessors, our moms, our grandmas, our great grandmas who have been married to people they did not know or do not like and decided to stay in the relationship because marriage is supposed to be the end all be all. Marriage is never meant to be the end all be all. So like if you're unhappy, that unhappiness one does not just mean you're unhappy. Once after all that stress and stuff is going to compound into your body, it's going to compound into your heart, it's going to give you heart problems, it's going to give you mental problems, and you have nowhere to take out that frustration or that emotional release. So it's just compounding into your body and making things worse. So if you're going through that, this may be your telltale sign to leave, whether that's through actual divorce. Listen, it happens more often than people think, and a lot of times it's not ugly at all. I learned that from my lawyer friends. Is that some people are just like, we've hit a part in our lives where we're just like, this is not the best thing for us to be together, and it is what it is. We still like each other, but we just can't be together, and they move away and they become healthier, happier people in all of these situations. So the thing is like, are you going to sacrifice yourself in order to keep something together that you know you're not going to go through, you know? So these are things that you may want to consider. But as we are is in Brown Sugar Confessions, remember, if you're frustrated, if you're stressed out, you can always reach out to us at brownsugarconfessions@gmail.com. You can reach out to us at our fearless leader, Doc Val, at Valerie@swancenter.com. That is Valerie at Swan with two N's, center.com. Reach out to us on our Facebook, our YouTube, our Instagram, our TikTok. TikTok is under Doc Val Nefertiti, so remember to look out for that. But outside of that, it is time for us to slide out for this week. Thank you for welcoming us back into the new year. It is I, Miss T, Tracy, KD. Doc Val is out in the ether, and hopefully she'll be back with us next week. But until then, everybody, stay safe, play safe, and we will see you next time. Peace.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Brown Sugar Confessions on Power 1017. Go to our Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram page at Brown Sugar Confessions to like, share, and follow. Stay safe and play safe. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.